Good afternoon. My name is Jaykus. I'm a professor in the Department of Food Bioprocessing and Nutrition Sciences at North Carolina State University, and I'm here to talk about two of the Ilsi charters. The first one being food safety at the interface between food, water, agriculture, and the environment. So this is project number 8, and the context of this project is that food safety is a public health issue, and we cannot have a safe food supply without considering the triad of environmental, animal, and human impacts in the farm to fork continuum. And this is highly consistent with what is now called the One Health concept, which is an integrated and unifying approach that aims to sustainably balance and optimize the health of people, animals, plants, and ecosystems, recognizing that these systems are all closely linked and interdependent. And in point of fact, we are increasingly becoming aware that there is an environmental origin for many of the microbial and chemical contaminants that enter the food supply. That adds certainly a level of complexity because managing environmental contamination in general is quite a complex task. And accordingly, and also consistent with the One Health principle, is the need for cross-disciplinary collaboration. So in terms of our proposed objectives and activities, they fall into 3 major categories. The first is that we intend to identify both product pathogen and product chemical contaminant combinations that would be considered of high priority for cross-disciplinary research. In the next phase, we intend to produce a systematic review of these high priority food contaminant combinations and then use that for potential research prioritization down the line. And finally, recognizing there is a need to collaborate pretty extensively in this type of work, we will establish a network of food and environmental microbiologists, toxicologists, with expertise also in plant and animal agriculture as well as public health, in order to effectively address these emerging and recalcitrant issues. What do we intend for our outcomes and impacts to look like? Well, certainly through its worldwide network, Ilsi can foster interdisciplinary collaboration and help to bring together well-respected scientists having diversity of expertise plus global representation. Ilsi also has pretty extensive industry representation, which means that the research and outreach that comes out of these types of efforts is relevant to the needs and practices of those entities that are producing our food supply. Ilsi also has a long history of sponsoring targeted meetings and white papers and issuing scoping or smaller project funding to get sort of jumpstart some of these collaborative projects. And it is our hope that the future research needs and agendas that come out of this initiative can be effectively used to influence funding agencies and facilitate high-profile projects that will indeed address the nexus between food, water, agriculture, and the environment.